evening to everyone. A pleasant good evening to everyone. Praise the Lord. We are here to celebrate the life of Mr. D. I said I'm not going to cry, but my heart is really sad. I have known Mr. D for the past 16 years. I went to live in his mother's house, and he is like a brother to me. I mean, he couldn't be my father because we are the same age, but he's like a brother or uncle. He is such a dear friend to me, and he is very respectful to me. And I'm telling you, I miss him with all my heart, soul. I'm not a cry person. I don't cry easily. But when I heard that he left, I started crying. I missed him because whenever you call Mr. D, can you take me here? Okay, Mrs. Wellington, where you want to go? And he will take me away into Long Island, anywhere I want to go when I'm sick. He's sick and I was sick too. And he would take me wherever I want to go when my children are not able to take me. They are working and all of that. And I just call and say, Mr. D, so and so. He said, yes, Mrs. Wellington. And even when I said, drive my car, he said, no, I drive mine because I am accustomed to my car. And he would take me to Massapequa, he would take me to this place to do MRI, to do ultrasound, to do this. And I'm telling you, he's just a sweetheart. And if I did not come up here and say something, I'd feel so bad because he is such a blessing to me. And I missed him with all my heart, soul, and body. When I make my juice, I could call Mr. D and said, come and share it with me because these children just drink the thing that they sell. They don't drink like carrot juice and all of those things. They drink liquid like lemonade or all those things. But I do soursop juice, carrot juice, and I will say, Mr. D, come. And he will help me to drink it. So I really, really miss him. I miss him with all my heart. It's like a part of me is gone. And I really appreciate all those that are here. And I know a lot of people have things to say, even though it might be a long time. But I really give God thanks for him. And I hope his soul will rest in peace. He's not feeling any more pain. And we thank God that he's out of the pain. And what I want to say again is that when I was sick, Mr. D go somewhere and get some bush. I'm not going to tell you what bush, but he gets some bush for me. And he said, Mrs. Wellington, this will help you. Just put some alcohol on it. And when you're ready, you take it and rub your foot because I know your foot not 100%. And I use that and I rub my foot. And he said, okay, you can boil some and drink some too. And I boil it and I drink it. And guess what? I boil it too strong. And then I could not see. When I finished drinking, I couldn't see. I said, Mr. D, this thing drunk me, man. He said, Miss Wellington, you put too much in there. You drink it too strong. You know, so I said, God, I really thank you for him. And I pray that his soul will rest in peace. Have a lot to say, but time. Praise the Lord.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have so much to say, but I don't want to turn it into a total mourning. That time will come after, because I'll be doing this for a while, as I know many here will be. Donald, to me, was Natty D, Lion. I met him in my early 20s, and he picked me up as a baby brother. And my first son. I just started growing my locks, even not here anymore. His was to the ground. Guys used to tease me and said, mini dread. Eventually, tables turned. My locks got longer, he got shorter, as you could see in the pictures. Then we both became bald. In the process, I watched him transition through his health. But he always remained a lion, strong and resolute to me. One word always did define him to me: reliable and resilient. He had that fire in his eyes and spirit that's always there. Family, and I'll tell all his children, his body might not be here, but he roars through your bloodstream. And all dear mothers, he might not have been perfect, but he was truthful always and love everybody. Everybody. To me, that was this man that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. So for me, I was supposed to call him the Sunday evening, and I mourned him with Rev on the phone for a while, all day. But then as I recovered, I thought about it more, and I said, how would have Donald wanted me to be? He'd want me to be strong, carry on his work, live pure, truthful, kind to human beings, true Rastafari. And I will always remember that. So I'll say to you, everyone here, family, friends, to him, you were all loved ones and family. That his body might be gone, but his spirit is here. And he has transferred his energy to me to be strong. And any one of his family members, especially his children, need me. Don't be shy about calling on me. I'll be there. I have a lot more to say, but I respect his time here to be resilient, to be remembered. Love you all.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jen, one of Dee's first cousin. His mom, the first redhead in the family. My dad, the second redhead in the family. And the first time I met Dee, we were still in Jamaica in 1968, getting ready. He was traveling to England, and we were traveling to the U.S. And what I can say about Donald, he has not one selfish bone in his body. He was a lover, very considerate, very loving. He never forgot my birthday, Mother's Day, any day. And when I moved away from New York in 1980, he was still the closest family member to me, and sometimes he'd call me and say, "Cuz, I wish you were closer," because he cooks and I cook and everything. We just had a wonderful relationship, and when I got that call on the 14th of December, I felt like a piece of my heart was shattered because I was in such shock and disbelief. I had just spoken to him the weekend before. And I would always try to remind him about self-care. Dee, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you get enough rest. But Donald, he never said no to anyone. He was my mom's buddy. When I flew into New York on Thursday and I got in my lift, I got so emotional because when I fly into New York, he's usually my ride from the airport. And I was saying to my sister, New York will never be the same again because that piece of us is no longer here. I really loved him. I do love him. He'll be forever in my heart. And I just had to pray this morning when I got up and I went to the bathroom and I was like, God, I need some strength. I don't want to go and, just fall apart. I prayed all the way coming here in the in the Uber, and I was like, God, help me to just, maintain and stuff and to represent well. And so I thank everyone that's here, family, friends, and all the loved ones that showed up. And God bless everyone. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Praise the Lord. Good evening to everyone.
Amen.
I'm here this evening because of Donald. I'm a part of the Page family. I'm married in the Page family. That's Donald's uncle. And we're not together from here for years, Mr. Page and I. From 1981, we're not together. But Donald is like my brother. Never leave me out. He never forget me. The only one away from my children that stood by me all these years. I will never forget him. I missed him. If I come and visit, we will call. A matter of fact, the last set of fish I ate yesterday was he who ordered it and brought it to my home. And I said, my son not living in New York, he living overseas. He's coming for the funeral. And I said, I'm going to fix it because this is the last of Donald. I'm going to fix it and let me enjoy it. Come eat it and let me enjoy it together. You know, people is funny. One time, they see you and they forget about you. They don't remember kindness and what happened. But I tell you, I miss Donald. You know, sometimes I don't hear from him for a while. And when I call, I say, Donald, I haven't heard from you for so long. What's going on? But I know he's going through his travailing of sicknesses. And sometimes he's not up. You know, because all of you know what he passed through all these years. But he's the strongest young man I ever met. He has so much faith. No, he just get off the machine. He just get off the machine. And he rests for a few hours and he gone again like nothing happened. He is a good soul. And I missed him. You know, and that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm here tonight. Because I guess I'm only the stranger among all of you. But all I need to know, call Donald. And he would say, you know who I am. Just leave a message. I will never forget that voice out of my head until I die. So the people, family, and friends, let us live together. Let us live and love each other, because you never know. Donald suffers so. But today the Lord see it fit to take him because he suffered long enough. And I just pray tonight that his soul have peace with Christ, because the life he live here, I think he should have peace with Christ. My name is Paige Ketora, and I'm a friend of Donald. And that's why I'm here tonight. And Reverend Tan, when I came in, I want to know who was Reverend Tan, because I know him when he was a little baby boy, a little boy. And when they point him out to me, I could never believe. Mr. Reverend Tan, would you please stand, let the people see you? I'm looking for him all the evening, and I don't know who he was. Then I saw another young man came up, and I was talking to one of my daughters, and I said, "Is that Reverend Tan? It looked like him." He said, "No, that's his son." I said, "Are you crazy or something?" He said, "No, everybody is grown. All we need in this world is just peace, love, and happiness, respect." My daughter bought me last year a birthday present. And is then I'll come and set it up for me. I'm living in Brooklyn. And he'll come over here and come and set it up. Because I get older now, I cannot stand up too long by the sink to wash up and things like that, my dishes. So I just draw it and sit on it. So he's a good man. And his family, I pray tonight that you may ever take a footstep of your father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. Lord bless you.
Is there another? At this time, we're going to have a reading selection.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Adam, and I was lucky enough to be Donald's son-in-law. Just want to thank everyone for coming out. This show of love and outpouring has been wonderful for the family. So many things I could say about Dad. One, I didn't think he'd pass. Of all people, I used to call him the immortal one, because the man had like 2 kidney surgeries, hit by a car, accidentally drank bleach one time, and I thought this guy's going to outlive us all. It'd be him and the cockroaches at the end of the world. I'm going to miss him. Like me, he was a long-suffering Jet fan. So I'm gonna miss the therapy sessions I had with him every Monday. Evidently, without fail, the Jets would lose, and I know Dad would be the shoulder I can cry on. The one word I can think about when I think about Dad is grateful. Grateful for raising a lovely family. Grateful for raising a lovely daughter who I now married to and gave me 2 beautiful kids. Grateful for an extended family who've been there for me with open arms. So I'm not the greatest speaker, but Dad was special to me. And I know he's special to all of you. So thank you for my brief time.
We're gonna now have a song selection, Amazing Grace. All right.
Say another thing. Thank you. Good evening again, guys. Again, reintroduce myself, Adam. Donald's proudly his son-in-law. Thank you again for coming out. People all the way from Portugal, from Georgia, from New Jersey, all around, just to have this life celebration and give memory and thanks and praise to Mr. Donald Robinson, Washington Hugh Robinson. At this time, we're going to move along with our program. We're going to hopefully start with a reading selection by Donald's son, Akeem Robinson. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Give me 1 second.
It's all right. It's all right. Thank you. Thank you.
Today I'll be reading from the book Ecclesiastes, book 3, verses 1 to 4. Chapter 3, verses 1 to 4. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. These words captured my father, if anyone knew him. This is how he was. This is how he is. This is what he's leaving us with. I can't believe this day has come. I'm still in disbelief. My father was remarkable and strong. And when he left, and he stilled, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say my father, our father. Our father was remarkable and strong. And when he left and instilled in us, we'll be here for as long as we live. I just need everyone that's in here to remember that. His body's here, but he lives through all of us. Like I said, these words captured my father to a T. And I want to thank everybody that's here today for showing up. He always said he wanted something small, but he knew it would never be something small. He knew that it would never be as much people as he was loved and how much people that he touched. All right. I'm just going to make it short. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Because it took a lot of courage for me to walk up here. I'm not a public speaker like many people have expressed. My name is Kenneth Page, and Donald was my cousin, is my cousin. I last saw him about a year ago. You just heard my mom, Keturah, speak. I saw him at her 90th birthday party. I had flown in from Portugal, which is where I live now, for the occasion, and was grateful to see my cousin who I hadn't seen in so many years. But it was like we had never left each other. He greeted me so warmly. The memories flooded back. So when I got the news, you know, I knew that I absolutely had to come to pay my respects. I hear about him and his exploits from my mom all the time, and how much he gave of himself. You know, they say the testament of a man is not in earthly or worldly possessions, but it's in how you live your life. And how you live that life the lives that you touch, the people that you affect, and you're hearing that exemplified tonight, or this evening, excuse me. So my cousin lived life well and lived it to the fullest, despite illnesses, obstacles, and everything else. You know, as human beings, we often want to know why. Why this? Why that? Why now? But the testament to my cuz is that despite the whys and the this and the that, it never deterred him. And so I'd like to remind everyone and invite everyone to celebrate his life in the same way. Not to ask why, it's not for us to know. I don't understand it, but you know, I know that my cousin didn't allow obstacles or things to stand in his way. And as such, I'm here to express my appreciation for that guidance. Just heard his son talk about his spirit living in us, and that's exactly the example. So in this moment, at this time, it's just for us to take that example and not allow this brief moment to deter us from our journey. Because as so many have expressed already, you know, life is unpredictable and it can be fleeting. And as such, you know, it's incumbent upon us to continue to walk, continue to go forward, carrying that spirit despite obstacles or whatever may come our way. I'd like to thank the family for inviting us, but we probably would have crashed if we didn't get invited, because he had that impact on my family. You heard my sister speak earlier, you heard my mom. And as the patriarch of the Page family, the oldest living male in the family, I had to come and pay my respects to my cousin and thank him for his example and his love that he bestowed upon us, like we were his. You know, family is family, but we also know that family can be funny at times. And that's not the case with my cousin. And so, thank you for coming out, family, loved ones, friends. He exemplified a life well lived, and that's what we're here to celebrate this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Cousin Page. Thank you, Hakeem, for those words of love, for an exemplary man. Moving forward with our program, we're going to have a song selection, a rendition of Amazing Grace, sung by Shanina Robinson, Miss Terry Peoples, Miss Vanessa Leve, and Miss Terrell Edwards. Ladies.
We can go. We can step down there if you like. We can step down there. Hello, everyone. We're going to do a little a cappella. I'm going to start off because this is something that my dad requested. He requested it partially in jest, but with all seriousness. He asked for it at another one, and I was too emotional then, but he said, "You're gonna do it at mine." And everybody knows that he really did say that. So this is my offering. And for the second verses and the third verses, please, everybody, feel free to join in. You know, we are sad, but, you know, he would all want us to just be rejoicing and just holding each other together. So that next time, jump in and yeah, let's just celebrate and head to next time later. All right, we'll be down there. Come on. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, I was blind, but now I see.
Yes, yes, yes.
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious is that grace appeared the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. And grace will lead me home.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you, ladies, for that outpouring of love. I know that's not easy to do. At this time, we'd like to have the obituary read by Donald's nephew, Raymond Crooks.
Before I read this, I just wanted to say something real quick. My flight was delayed, so I didn't get a chance to come through before, so it seemed like I didn't want to come here today. I couldn't sleep last night. I didn't want to acknowledge that this is actually happening. Kind of been in a fog since it did. It's beautiful to see everybody here. And I just wanted to say, I'm going to miss everything, including the brutal honesty that was always perfectly placed in the most awkward time around people who didn't necessarily understand. But enough about me. Okay. Donald Washington Hugh Robinson was born in 1960 in Spanish Town, Jamaica, West Indies. He migrated to England with his mother, Louise Gooden, in 1967, and finally to Brooklyn, New York in 1976, with Carl Gibson and many cousins. In 1977, he, with his mother and loving stepfather, Gabina Gooden, brother Rivington, and sister Yvette, moved to his home in Jamaica, Queens. There is where he met his life partner, Karen Crooks. He attended Queens College and later started his career at Booth Memorial Hospital, now known as New York Presbyterian, Queens. He had a love of music that placed him and his brother Rivington within the DJ sound system movement of the 1980s as they established Quaker International, their DJ group. Always a social butterfly, Donald was in his element as he selected music and read the crowd, ensuring everyone was having a good time. He found joy in feeding his family, his friends and family, the food he grew up with his own hands in his garden, and baked goods he made in his kitchen. In 1999, he was diagnosed with renal failure and was placed on dialysis, which persisted for 7 years until 2006, where he received a kidney transplant. He was blessed with 7 years until having to return to the dialysis machine, always with determination to keep fighting while being supported by his loving partner, Karen Crooks. Affectionately known as the mayor among his children, he remained social and present for his family and friends despite his illness. His love of dominoes and people kept him busy every weekend, even after retirement. He is preceded in his death by his twin brother, Donovan, stepfather, Gabina Gooden, son, Kareem Robinson, and father, Raphael Robinson. He is survived by his partner, Karen Crooks, his children, Shanina, Renata, Nikina, Athayan, Atara, Akeem, Raheem, and Kiana. Son-in-laws, Terrence Patterson and Adam Glenn. Grandchildren, Nikolai, Aiden, Ryan, Nikai, Cameron, Caden, and Diana. His mother, Louise Gooden. His siblings, Rivington Gooden, Eve Metz, Julian Gooden, Miguel Robinson, Garfield Robinson, Gregory Robinson, brother-in-law, David Metz, sister-in-law, Avril Gray Gooden, and a plethora of nephews, extended family, and friends. The love in this room is so large. He will be greatly missed.
Okay, family. We're going to have a few family remembrances. I know there's a lot more people who'd like to speak, but the family had selected just 4 speakers just to come out and share another story or anecdote they have of Dad. At this time, just let the speakers can speak.
Hello, everybody. My name is Aiden Glenn. I'm one of Donald Robinson's grandsons. When I found about his death, I was broken. Like I didn't know how to think. I couldn't breathe. I was scared because I was afraid that anyone in my family would be next. And after my dad and my cousin Nikolai over there told me, they were trying to comfort me. It took a while. Like I lost 4 days of sleep because of it. But what I'm gonna miss is how nice he was and how each time ever I left from school, sometimes he would let me stay at his house for a little bit until my mom or my dad would pick me up. I miss how he sometimes taught me how to cook and how to plant stuff in his garden. What I really miss right now is everything about him. Like, I wish he was still here, but he's not. But I think what he'll want is for all of us to be happy. And his spirit lives in all of us. And I'm glad, and I'm proud to be called his grandson. Thank you, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm such an introvert. I know a lot of people would differ on that. And if you ask me to write a sentence, I'll give you a paragraph. And if you ask me to write a paragraph, I'll give you pages. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Avril. I'm Donald's sister-in-law. And I say that very lightly when I say sister-in-law. Reason for that, when I was a little girl, I'm an only child. I have no brothers or sisters. So I adopted into this family. And Donald has never, ever, one day, addressed me as his sister-in-law, his sister. And behind closed doors, we do share a lot together. And I could ditto everything that everyone said today. I'm not gonna go over that, because if you spent a day with him, a week, or you lived with him, he takes over your friends. Next thing he's calling your friends. That's just the way Donald was. And you can tell from everyone that's here, and I didn't expect to see this gathering, but I'm overwhelmed seeing everyone. I'm happy that you're here to share with us. And like we said, it's a celebration, and yes, we're mourning, but at the same time, I'm happy that everyone is here and try to show their love in whatever form. I have to say, when I was a little girl, I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible. When I was a little girl, my mom always say, I hope I can't choose your husband, but I hope the family that you chose will love you. And I got just that. And to me, that's a blessing when you're an only child. And Tuesday before he died, he called me. I was so busy at work, I couldn't answer the phone. Wednesday went by, Thursday went by, Friday went by. Saturday, I tried to call his brother, and usually this happens a lot. When I say, call Revington, when I tell my phone to call Revington, it dials Donald's number. They're not even similar. However, That Saturday, the phone rang, and it rang maybe twice, and he didn't answer, and I just hang up. But I also questioned myself, like, what did he have to say to me on Tuesday? I can't remember anything that we needed to talk about, so that bothered me a bit, and I'm usually someone who return a call by the end of the day or the next day, so that really bothered me. But I also had some closure. In all of this turmoil, a few weeks, his mom is very ill, and a few weeks ago, he reached out to me and just shared some personal things that he wanted me to know. And I didn't know he felt that way. And so that's what I'm gonna focus on. Those same thoughts, all the things that he had in his mind, all the things that he had in his head that he probably wanted to say to me 20 years ago, because I've known him for 40-something years. I know him before I met his brother. So it's been a long time. We live very close on the same block and all that kind of stuff. He walked, if Navlet is here, she'll know my cousin. He walked from Ferndale Avenue down to Liverpool Street. He always have something to say to someone when he passes by. So, but like I said, I'm gonna focus on those positive insights that he gave me and hope that those recommendations or all those praises that he gave me will follow me throughout. But the one thing that bothers me so much when someone dies, and we do it all the time, and I'm definitely guilty of that, that we'll say, we gotta do better, right? We gotta reach out more. We gotta love more. And every time this happens, we do it for a while. A day, a two, a month, a year, and we go back to our normal selves. Life just goes right back into place. This was very sudden. It really, really ripped me apart when I got the news. So I'm asking everyone, I'm gonna share something with you about death, and I want, when you leave this place, that you'll have a different perspective. And not only for you all, I'm taking that on. And as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. And just realize that death is something that we're all, every one of us, is gonna have sometime in our lives. So I just wanna share this with you. We all know that death is the one thing we share, the one universal truth. It's a fact. It's a part of the human experience, and yet it is often a topic we shy away from, a topic we prefer to ignore. But what if we dared to acknowledge it? Not with fear, but with a sense of acceptance and even a touch of wonder. What if we use this knowledge to live more fully, to appreciate the preciousness of every moment? Think about it. The knowledge that our time here on earth is finite, that we're not immortal, can be a powerful motivator. It can encourage us to chase our dreams, pursue our passions, make a difference in the world, to leave behind a legacy that matters. Death is truly not the end. It's just a transition. It's a reminder that life is a gift, a precious and fleeting one. So let's not waste it. Let's not live in fear of what's to come, but rather, let's live with intention, with purpose, and with gratitude for the time we have been given. Embrace the beauty of life, the joy of connection as we are today, the thrill of adventure. Find meaning in your work, in your relationships, in the simplest things that make you happy. And when the time comes to say goodbye, may you be at peace, knowing that you lived a life that was true to yourself, a life that made a difference. Let's not fear death, but rather, let's embrace it as a natural part of the cycle of life. Let's use it as a catalyst for living a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. Let's make the most of the time we have, and let's make it count. Matthew 5, verse 16. I paraphrase, let your light, I'll say it again, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works. Not glorify you, not glorify yourself, that they may see your good works. And glorify who? Our God in heaven. May your light so ever shine. And I know I want to close. I'm going to end. I know I'm going on and on. But we had another death in our family. And someone sent me this poem. I guess it's because of the struggle they were going through. And I just want you to know that the grieving that we're doing is not going to end today. And remember that our loved ones going to need our support as the days go by. So when you don't lose someone once, you lose them over and over, sometimes in the same day. When the loss momentarily forgotten, it's going to creep up and attack you from behind. Fresh waves of grief as the realization hits home. They're gone again. You don't lose someone once. You lose them every time you open your eyes to a new dawn. And as you awaken, so does your memory. So does the jolting bolt of lightning rips into your heart. They're gone again. Losing someone is a journey. It's not a one day. It's not just today. There is no end to the loss. There's only a learned skill on how to stay afloat when it washes over you. Be kind. Be kind to those who are sailing the stormy sea. They have a journey ahead of them and a daily shock to the system each time they realize they're gone again. You don't just lose someone once, you lose them every day for a lifetime. Thank you for my long drawn out blah blah. Blessings, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Renata, his second daughter. Well, I'm actually going to be speaking for my mother, Karen, who wanted me to share some of her words. So here we go for Karen. I don't need too many words. I didn't always like him, but I loved him always. I did my best to support him through trials and tribulations, no matter what came to bat, excuse me. I have nobody to argue with now. I loved our back and forth. And I miss him dearly. You know, my mom, personal few words, and that is what she wanted to share. Very similarly, I'm personal few words, don't like being out here, and I just wanted to share with everyone that, you know, grief is just, I heard this once, and I from the last time we were here. And I wanted to just give this to everyone else as well, that grief is just all the happiness we didn't get to share. And all the love we didn't get to show. And I wanted to just pass that on as we are feeling all of this, that, it's just showing how much we loved and cared for my dad, our dad. And that he would definitely want us to celebrate him, because he says, I'm gone, so there's no point. Go ahead and enjoy your life. So I'm hoping that we can all continue to celebrate his life and later enjoy ours as well. So that is all.
Damn, it's a lot of y'all. Wow. So Donald was my dad. I didn't write anything out or anything like that. I didn't even plan on speaking, but I kind of felt compelled. One thing I could think of, one word, and it's almost disrespectful to sum him up in one word, but one word I could think of that could resonate with everybody in here is he was impactful. So for me, I could think of a couple stories. Personally, I don't like speaking. I don't like talking like that. My dad is the opposite. My dad he's with everybody. Y'all know him. Y'all know how he is. But I remember when I was like a small child, he'd be playing music and everybody's dancing and everybody's having a good time. But me, I was a wallflower. I wasn't always this big, I promise. And my dad, while DJing, would stop and look and see me, and he'd make it his point, his effort to come and dance with me. And he'd tell me to step on his feet, and he'd dance me around as a small child. And like as I grew a little bit older, I realized that was bigger than just, making me dance. It's to instill confidence in me. It's to get me out of my shell, make me more comfortable. And I ain't got no order to it. It's a bunch going on in my mind. But I remember another story I want to share with you guys is, so my neighbors, they got like a little blow-up pool. I was probably about 8 years old. And they were trying to fill up their pool, and I realized they couldn't fill it up on their own, the hose wasn't working. So I said, I could fix this. And it's me following my dad's image and what he said to me. I took the hose and I put it in their pool and was helping them fill it up with our water. Now as an adult, I know that was stupid. But at the time, when he came home and he seen what I was doing, he's like, what are you doing? What are you up? And I said, Dad, I'm just doing what you told me. I'm treating others how I would want to be treated. If I had a pool and I couldn't fill it up, I would want to fill it up. I would want help filling it up. And he looked at me, and I'll never forget the look he had on his face. He just looked so curious, proud, angry. It was everything in one. And he just went, all right, and walked away. And that kind of stuck with me because I noticed from that day on, my dad, he would pour into me because he realized that I would listen. He realized that when he said things to me, it was meaningful to me, that it really meant something. Another short story is earlier this year when we went to see my grandma, she was talking to me, and she was like, oh, you probably don't care. You're not really listening. And he said, Ma, no, he listens. This one listens. So, so it kind of, just now as I'm sitting here and I'm listening to everybody's kind words and stuff, it just all kind of clicked. All three of those stories, from when I was about 3 years old to 8 to, I'm now at 28. And, man, I mean, y'all know he's loved, and I just try my best to be like my pops, but in my own way, and take his words with me. Thank y'all.
Hello again. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk either. I was just going to leave it there with a song. But there's something that I was just writing to myself, that first week after hearing. And it's just things settling on my mind. I wasn't trying to write anything for anyone else, but I figured, you know, I'd share it. It's not really in any shape of a thing, but it seems really fitting. So I was just thinking about like things my father taught me, you know, and as we keep saying, we all know him. We know that he pours into each of us. He tries to help. He tries to aid. He tries to help you move along. And so it's just things that I was just listing. So I'll give you this in another story. So bear with me. Things my father taught me. How to hold the umbrella in the face of rain. Like literally, I was a kindergartner. Like, hold it this way, it's coming. Core memory. How to save money for a rainy day. How to be there for a friend, even without words, just presence and showing up. How even if you're being practical or cynical or preparing for the worst, still hope for the best. How to work hard. How to push through adversity and not give up until you get to the other side. There's always a way. There's gotta be a way. How to season the Thanksgiving turkey. How to food shop for value. How to feed everyone, even if you have just one egg. How to MacGyver, which I'm using that as a verb. I affectionately call him a black MacGyver because he could always figure out something, and I always love that about him. It's something that like I aspire to do as well, always troubleshooting, figuring out a solution. So how to MacGyver. How to appreciate music and song and proper sound balance. How to play Ludi and run everyone on the table. How to creatively and deliciously repurpose leftovers. That was something else, life goals. How to look for weeds in the garden, and how to spot a tree so the roots don't mess up your house. That's where that list left. But I also wanted to share just one small story, of course. There's so many. I'm Shanina. I'm the first daughter, by the way. For those of you who don't know me, I forgot to mention that earlier. So everyone knows my dad gardens. You know, he's got fig trees in his garden. I love figs. I love them both. Purple, green, I love the figs. And he knows I love the figs. And I live further away than, you know, most other siblings. And so sometimes, you know, I'm like, oh, can I get some of the figs? Oh, I missed the figs this year, you know. So, you know, typically like my dad, he was like, okay. He went and then he basically tried to cultivate the fig plant for me. He nursed his little fig plant that he was set up for me and told me, Nina, I have it for you. And, you know, tell me a time to come. So the fact that he cultivated that and did that for me. But not only that, I was taking too long to tell him when to come and plant this thing. So in true daddy fashion, he shows up at my doorstep unannounced with a shovel, you guys, with a shovel, and said, just point me in a direction. I'll plant it for you. I'll plant it for you. Yeah. And, you know, I'm there at the door like, oh, what? But this is how you're showing your love. I'm trying to be appreciative, still like, with the shovel, daddy, like, come on, man. Like, I don't expect you to do this, like, you know. So, you know, my husband and him went in the backyard, and he saw to it that day that I would have this fig tree planted in my garden. He told us, you know, it will bear fruit. Watch it, water it, how to, 2 to 3 years, it will bear fruit, you know. And he left us with something that's everlasting, something that will continue to nurture me, to nurture my family, something that we could be proud of, something that we can actually go and plant and be a part of that legacy as well. And, you know, that's something that's just near and dear to my heart, and I feel like that just completely gives you a huge side and a piece of who my father is. And I say is because, listen, he lives within me. I'm gonna walk with him you know, that is, is forevermore. Yes, his body not here, but that is forevermore. And I just wanted to share that with you all. Thank you.
Thank you all for all the remembrances of our mayor, beloved mayor, Donald Robinson. Moving along, we have a song selection that the family requested. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, we have one more speaker. Nikolai Miller, Donald's grandson.
Damn. Hello. My name is Nikolai Miller. I'm not really a public speaker. I actually am afraid. I have stage fright and stuff. So a lot of y'all is not even expecting to come up here. So I don't even have nothing ready. I'm gonna speak off the top of my head. Today when I woke up, I ain't feel nothing because like I was confused. Woke up, went downstairs, walked around, went to his room to see how he was doing, not remembering that he passed. And then when I walked in there, I was like, oh, saddened, like he's not here no more. Always remember how he used to. He showed me how he make his food. Loved him when he made me food. It was super good. Always made me fish, chicken, egg, everything. Always came upstairs to check on me when I was like alone with Kai, something like that. When my mom went to do something, always come watch us, come check on us. Like, how you doing? See how you doing. It was like really cared about us. He always loved us. He loved all his babies, everyone. Aiden, when he passed, same day when he passed, went over to see Aiden, calm him down, and tell him to break the news. Like Aiden said it. He said he was broken. I felt empty. I didn't know how to feel. I was devastated. I was sat there trying to calm everyone down, but like I sat there questioning, like, what am I gonna do now without him? And me, I was like, I'm gonna keep going, be strong for him, even though it takes a while to do that. When he passed, it also messed up with some school days too, cause like I was still sad. I was sad and messed up, still grieving, and it messed up some of my school days. But now, I feel powered. So I'm gonna keep going, stay strong, focus on my work, focus on everything, help out my little brother, make sure he get on task too, help out my cousins, my family members. Make sure my mom feels good too. Make sure my mom's okay. Make sure my auntie, my uncle, make sure all y'all okay. Because I love y'all. And he loves y'all too.
Oh. They popping out the woodwork. You want to speak, baby? All right, go ahead.
Hi everybody, my name is Diana, and when in the day that my grandpa passed, my heart felt broken. My grandpa had a very nice smile, and I loved the things that he planted in his garden. And some days on the weekends, I visit him to say hi, but now I can't say hi to him anymore. Dude. The thing that I miss the most about Granddad is that he like used to help us, and he never forgot any birthdays, and I really miss him a lot.
It's always the little ones that get you, huh? Thank you, everyone, for those remembrances of our Black MacGyver of Southside Queens. If you know, you know. Again, I want to introduce a song selection by the family, performed by Mr. Samuel Goem, a song called That Was Yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, is there one more family remembrance? I'm sorry. Oh, come on through. I'm sorry, brother. Come on through.
How you doing? My name is Rowan Sutherland. I'm a friend of the family. I've been living around the corner from Akeem and the family for years. Seen his father a couple of times. Thought he was a scary dude, not gonna lie. But then I see where Akeem got his demeanor and everything from, so I was like, it makes sense. So, but I sung at grandma's funeral, and he reached out to Akeem. Was like, yo, I didn't know he could sing. Like, and that shook me because I was scared to even approach him. So the fact that he even considered me was dope. So I wanted to come and do this song for him because they said that this was his favorite, one of his favorite songs. So it's by Leon Bridges. That was yesterday. Does anybody have it queued? The iPad?
Oh, he's gonna. Oh, you gonna. I got you. He got you. He got you. Whoa. Yeah.
We ain't know that one. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Okay. So, you know the timing? Phew.
Just say, bro, I got you. Just say, I got you.
Yesterday I had nothing. Didn't know whether I'd amount to something. I had holes in my shoes and in my holes. I messed up. Only yesterday, I was a boy living amongst children. Not really a toy that I could play with. I would pretend that anything could happen. But that was yesterday. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. And no matter how far I come, still know where I'm from. Oh, but I'll never let it slip away. I'm still trying to figure out what this game is all about. So I take it day by day. Yesterday no one was listening, but today it's gonna be different. You couldn't hear my voice under the surface. Ooh, that was yesterday. Yesterday I had no direction. In my mind I had so much questions. I could have never dreamed of what could happen. But that was yesterday. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. And no matter how far I come, I still know where I'm from. And I'll never let it slip away. Yesterday I was hoping. Today my future's wide open. I could have never dreamed of what could happen. That was yesterday. Yesterday, yeah. That was yesterday. Yesterday. That's the end of it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you for that lovely song selection. Right now, Nikina Robinson, Donald's third daughter, will be giving the eulogy.
Oh.
Can everybody hear me? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Oh man, I wasn't even emotional until I stepped here. Damn. Welcome to the roast of Donald Robinson. Nah, I'm just playing. Sort of. What can I say about this cheeky old man who talks smack and made more inappropriately funny jokes about almost everything? This domino bandit, this Ludi Soiree, and this conspiracy nut who is all about taking out a government. This naturalist Rasta man that questioned everything that he put in his body. Had to be from the earth. Man, did he love his garden. And when I say that, like, I really say that with the lessons we learned and that he taught us, all from gardening and what it means and life, from the seed to the produce and how it nurtures the body back and the soul. He really loved gardening for what it truly meant in whole. What I learned? To put one foot in front of the other and defy the odds until it's my time to leave this earth. Acceptance and perseverance. Our dad passed out while working at Booth Memorial when I was 11 years old. And our lives changed drastically as a family. We were introduced to terms like kidney disease, dialysis, renal diet, and new rules that will go on to shape our household. We watched him grin and bear procedures and treatments and medication over the course of 26 long years. Enough for him to watch his children grow from babies, literally the youngest was 1, to surpass into adolescence and move firmly into adulthood. Long enough to cross off grandchildren on his bingo card. He truly never thought he'd live long enough to see 1, let alone have 7. The title of Grandpa, or Da, as affectionately termed, deemed by his first grandchild, was one of the greatest achievements of his life. Looking back through pictures, you can see him in the corner, in the background, looking at them with such a love and affection. Pictures I didn't even realize he was in, that he was staring at them. Between his grandchildren and his children. Looking back on his growth as a man and how loving his grandchildren helped him to mature and heal pieces from his own childhood, making him in turn foster even better relationships with his own children and the people around him. This has been spectacular to witness. This over-listening to the stories he told them and the patience in which he used to teach them. The way he'd go above and beyond to reach out and stay in touch with everyone. And just from listening to your stories, I can truly say everyone. He talked and mentored others not to follow in his own mistakes. I've talked to many cousins, and everyone's been saying the same thing. You know Uncle Donald will talk to me at the stage of life of where I'm at. You know Uncle Donald will talk to me raw and tell it like it is. You know Uncle Donald will set me straight. Learn from the mistakes that happen and do better. That's the only thing you could do now. Reaching out so people would know that they aren't forgotten or alone. Calling just to say hi, starting from my hair all 5, 6 in the morning. And remembering everyone's birthday. Literally everyone. That's one of the first things that everyone who's called me has said. And they range literally from ages 8, 9, all the way up to big 80-year-olds saying the same thing. You know, he called me on my birthday. You know, he sang me happy birthday. Even if he didn't get me, he left a voicemail. He was big on family, via blood or chosen, didn't matter, treating everyone the same in kind. Donald Robinson lived his life planning for a future that he didn't think he'd have, while enjoying every single extra day he was given. Are we sad? Yes, devastated, but also relieved for him. No more pain or worldly burdens for him to bear. So I want everyone to live in the best moment you've ever had with him, for that's how he would want it. Thank you.
Thank you for the kind words. If you direct your attention to the TV screen, the family prepared a lovely presentation of life. Feel free to laugh, cry, feel any way you want to feel. Remember, like Nakina said, remember him in the best moments you had with him. Without further ado, Donald's presentation of life.
Over
Thank you again, everyone. So usually around this time, at the end of a service, there would be a minister that comes up and say, "Can we have a moment of silence for our deceased one?" But we all know that wasn't Donald's style. He respected people with religion, but he also believed in a higher power that I'm sure he's definitely with right now. So instead of a moment of silence, I would just hope that you would ask that you could just rise and stand and give a round of applause for a life well lived, for a beautiful man, beautiful grandfather. A round of applause for our Domino King, our Black MacGyver, our family DJ. The man embodied the spirit of friendship. He embodied the spirit of love. He meant so much more to us than we could ever know. Long live our immortal, loving mayor. Love you all. Please be safe. God bless you all. Have a great night. Just so the family knows that we are having a repast right down the block, so you can sit from parking at Ike's Catering Hall. It starts at 5:30 p.m., okay, if you're able to make it. If not, please travel well.
Stay parked in this parking lot. Huh? You will not be told. You will not be told. You can stay here for the whole time for this parking lot.